Hello, you beautiful people. Mark, how you doing? Aloha. Jamie, Dan, Buddy, Silver, Pegasus, how you doing? Nessie, Mick, Mucky Mick, how you doing? It's cool, but it's also oddly warm, if you see what I mean. Wasn't too far from a frost this morning. There was a heavy dew. I'm hoping we don't get wet. So we're going to go to the lake. All the lovely cold tarns. And I've got a bag of food on my arm for the ducks and the swans. You never know, my little goose Santa might still be there. Humble, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Cindy, you legend. Thank you, chick. How you doing? That sky. I'm not dressed wet. Such a being dressed. Oh, I used to have an old golf like that. Many, many moons ago. Nice one, thanks, Humble. Hang on, I'll give you a wrench. Anyone doesn't have a wrench, let me know. 2 secs. You've got a wrench. There's a weird thing going on. When you go to get the wrenches out, you get a choice of managing moderator or just regular moderator. Nessie, 3 months, blooming heck. Thank you, chick. Love you. Yeah, so when you're clicking on to make people mods, you get the option of managing mods or regular mods. And it's for all you're pressing regular mods, I'm having to check it because it's making way more managing mods than there should be. Shandy, how you doing, chick? Not quite sure about that. So I have to keep checking. I was looking this morning and some of the names was like, how are you there? The trees are all changing. The lake we're going to, it's beautiful in autumn and winter when it freezes over. Pops, good morning. How are you doing? Hope all's well with you. I need to catch up with you, Pops. I've got a lot of catching up to do around the tubes. So I'm puppyless. So I've been having puppies have gone scrub of where they lived, and all I can smell is bleach. I went a bit overboard with the floor and the bleach. My eyelids were peeling back at one point, and yeah, all I can smell is bleach. Couldn't really give it a proper clean with the pups in for their delicate little lungs. So I had to be careful what I used. Don't know if anyone saw the shot this morning. I had some old wellies that were at the back door forever and a day, and I was tempted to use them as planters. But then Willow nicked them as a pup and she chewed the tops and she... Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're all back to normal soon, Pops. SSC TV, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Mick. I love you, Mick. Mucky Mick. Jules, good to see you, Jules. Thank you for coming in. Totally lost the train of thought. What was I jabbering on about? I'm terrible. I'm turning into my mother, you know that? I'm getting old woman brain. I refuse to write shopping lists. My mum used to write shopping lists and we used to take the mickey. I refuse point blank to do shopping lists on that principle. Yeah, oh, the welly. So yeah, the welly was outside. Willow's been playing with it since she was put. Gavin, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. So I let her have it. She chewed half the top off. If she was chewing that, she wasn't chewing anything else. And then little Miss Digger, Dodge, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Little Miss Digger had kind of buried it. Never thought else about it. I mean, this is like over months. Coming down from where the puppies were, cleaning that room out. And here's Sam running down the corridor, shaking something. And brown confetti going everywhere. The welly that was buried had been full of soil. Sam's decided to do zoomies with it. Brought it in, and now my carpet's good enough to plant corn on. And then you think, oh, damn it. Yeah, you know, I should write myself little lists, really. But yeah, I'm good, Gavin. How's you? Just been clearing up half a ton of soil out my corridor and the bottom of my stairs. Shirley, thanks for coming in, chick. I keep thinking there's a car behind me. You see, blooming electric cars, they should all have bells on. And that's me sounding like your granddad. My granddad was rather pedantic, shall we say. Cross between Victor Meldrew and Alf Garnett. For example, car parks. He had a little old Mini that the back doors opened out on. One of the bit longer ones when we were little. And it had like wooden bits on it. He would go mental in car parks. Car parks are for cars. People shouldn't be in car parks. My granddad from like the 80s. Okay. I know it's a long time no see, Shirley. Like ice cream vans. Kind of. But yeah, they all need bells on because I was clearing some stuff up on the drive and a friend drove up and I didn't know the car was there until it was like a foot off. His bumper was like a foot off my leg and he had a heart attack. Stevie boy, how are you doing? Pegasus, good to see you. If you haven't got Pegasus, click on him and go and press the bell. I was having a right little party with myself. He has music playing on some lives and you can click and put the command in for a song. You can choose your own songs in chat. Ted, how you doing? Good morning. It'd be early for you, is it? Oh, hang on a sec. Damn it, naughty Mike. We'll have a look at the path at the back. Depending on what cows are in there, we'll have a go. There, Sam should be back. This phone, I need a new phone, it's knacked. I cracked one of the lenses. It's an iPhone. It's got the 3 lenses on the back. You can't buy official lenses from Apple. I tried it. Try getting repairs. It's basically do-it-yourself job. And it's just not quite right. Sometimes it's got like a milky hue to it. And the microphone. I have to wear headphones right here. Jay's on the hunt. Jays are on the other footpath. Beautiful, beautiful, pretty birds. But they're evil to the other birds. Eat chicks, attack older birds. They're not meant to hunt together, but ours do. There's a family of 5 or 6, and they all hunt together. They go from tree to tree, making that god-awful call. It's like a wounded vulture. Oh, the wind's getting up. Ted, you know what? On this corner, I was coming from that direction. I had a farmer moving sheep. The sheep were galloping, so I was getting a move on. I didn't want trampled by sheep or the sheepdogs. Only dogs that have ever been bitten by. And I got to this corner, and lo and behold, there was 2 escaped donkeys. So I was making friends with the donkeys. They let me get nice and close, but this way, they can get to a main road. Oh, got a man coming behind me. And they live straight ahead. Sarah, how are you doing? So I was trying this, like, with my hands, turn them around, steer them. And they just did a gallop, joined the herd of sheep, and decided they wanted to play sheep for a day. I should have been smarter and took them home. Lovely, lovely little donkeys. So the farmer was on his quad bike, going up this road with the sheep. Donkeys included in the flock. And they all went through this field to the field above where they live. Lovely. Really cute. I was going to shut the gates for him, but he left them in there and rang the owners. I didn't know we were in Edinburgh. So he just left him in with the sheep until they got back. How's things, Sarah? Mrs. Organised. Sarah puts me to shame, you know. She's a domestic goddess. Mick, did you say you were going to the fish shop? If so, what did you get? That's up to you. Mucky Mick just kind of rolled off the tongue. I'm sorry. You know, when I open my mouth and stuff comes out, I don't mean. Yeah, if you want Mucky Mick, if you want Mick to stay Mucky Mick, type of 1 in chat. If you want him as Mick H, give him a number 2. There you go. Jamie's on it. You know, someone's walking right up close behind you. I thought, let him go first. Mucky Mick just kind of rolls off the tongue. Yes, I'll double check the box. but it'd be in my pocket. Hang on. I think it's more a case of my messed up phone. I need to get a new phone for filming. That's my next mission. I'll keep this one as like my regular phone, but I want another phone for filming. That's my plan. So you've got the old farmhouse cobbles. This was a farm. It's now houses. Exactly, Jamie. Oh, is Colin in? Sorry, Colin. I didn't. Oh, there you are, Colin. Colin, have you got a wrench? I can't see. If anyone's not got a wrench, shout at me. So yeah, the donkeys lived in there for an afternoon. And they actually live just around this corner. They seem to have got a few, you know, they've got a few donkeys. And they've got peacocks. Got a good story about the peacocks. So my uncle. See, Colin, doesn't it just roll off your tongue, mucky neck? Any donkeys about? Can't see them. Oh, they're at the back there. You've got dark brown, almost black donkey there. But because I'm on StreamYards, I can't zoom in. Yeah, peacocks. Noisy, wandering things. Well, my uncle's village, him and his wife are in the big farmhouse at the centre of the village. It was a huge farm back in its day, and the village pretty much sprung up around it. Not so much now, it is still a farm, but and the farm has always had peacocks. Now, peacocks don't tend to stay in one place, they will wander. And some of the new locals that have moved into the village over the years were kicking off. They wanted the peacocks culled. So the local news was there filming about these peacocks. My uncle's name didn't get put in the news report, but the people moaning. Colin needs one. Right, 2 secs. Why do you keep turning around and looking at me? So your badgers, young badgers, your fox cubs, all getting turned off by the parents to go and set their own life up. So places will have an influx of them. Your wench. I felt a raindrop. Fantastic. Why is that old fella keep stopping? Right, he's old. He's got an egg in the nest. Grey hair, glasses. He's about 5'6". Corduroys. I can do him in if he tries it, surely. Yeah, Dodge, the young badgers and the foxes are out making their own way now. Or should be, round about now. Never, Sarah. Ours send out letters for ridiculously priced trips, like 5-day skiing trips for knocking on £2,000. It is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What's he doing? He's stopped again. Looks like we might. Oh no, he's moving again. I thought we were going to be playing leapfrog with a strange old man. Might have to do some leg stretches in case I have to kick him in the nuts. But they're not shy about offering extra trips so that the kids are like, yay, for stupid amounts of money. Oh, that's all right. Littlin's trip down to Lord's Cricket Ground, the table cricket finals, that was free. Lord Taverners fund a lot of that. Even I got to go free, which was good. Me and her had our own hotel room. The boys had to share. And the other girl had to share with the two teachers who had a twitchy eye by the time we got off the bus and we got home. Oh, we've got a train coming. I can hear the Nina Nina. Angela, good morning. Hope all's well with you. He stood still again. Don't know what he keeps doing. Unless he's trying to listen to what I'm doing. I'll let him get a bit further ahead. Oh, there's a face. See that face in the clouds? Well, Tors, how are you doing? You know when someone just gives you strange vibes? Oh my God, Tutti Fruities. Used to love Tutti Fruities. And Wambars. Used to love Wambars. They're like a tenth of the size. Ted, you know what? Jamie sent me a pinpointer. And he had the idea stick it on a pole. Took it down the river. So that's what I need to do. I'd love a metal detector. New phone for filming. A gold pan. And a metal detector. There was something else as well. I can't remember what. Sounds like the train's coming from Newcastle. I know, Mick. No phone calls. So little one, my little one, special needs, she's 13. And she goes to regular high school. And this morning, she wasn't happy about going to school at all. When I went out the car to get a homework book, she disappeared. I found her in the bedroom, loads of clothes piled in front of the door, and her playing I'm not here under a duvet. So I got her downstairs. And the next, she was hiding behind the sofa. She wasn't having it. It was school today. Yes, he's gone straight ahead. So I said to Mick, I bet you a fiver I get a phone call. She's sick to pick her up. Still tired yet, though. Well, Tos, thank you. We're going to a big lake. Yeah, so far, no school phone calls. If she gets through to dinner time, I can't see them ringing in the afternoon. But I've been expecting the call. So yeah, I said to Mick, I bet you a fiver I get a call from the school. She's she's a clever little girl. She's a bit of an evil genius. Adrian, how you doing? She has her ways and teachers wrapped around her fingers. I think she sits plotting at school every day how to get herself sent home sick. They know that she'll fake cry now, so she can't use that. They know that she'll use a bad tummy because they know she knows that a bad tummy is instantly 2 days off school. They know she'll just say my sick. Ooh, and another one. Last year when she had issues with the thyroid, she would just basically drop asleep in lessons, so they would let her and make her a little pillow with a blazer. She does that. She'll lay her head down and pretend she's asleep. Nicole, good morning. Which way is the train going? Is it going to Carlisle or is it going to Newcastle? I think it's going to be a passenger train, not goods. Our goods trains are nothing like the US. They don't stretch out for miles. And I don't know of any junctions here anyway where you've not got gates on. All our train lines have got gates and lights on. You told her to block the door. A bedroom door was shut, so I knew that's where she was. I thought, she's pretending she's asleep. Right, it's coming from Newcastle. So it's going from the left to the right. Newcastle to Carlisle. So I thought, she's pretending that she's asleep again. But yeah, she had the door blocked by clothes, the little madam. I'm going to get wet, I can see it. I'm a bit funny about walking across the railway line. I don't like it. It's a bit iffy. There you go. Sorry, the electric on the lines. Mr. J, how you doing? So you've got the old signal box. And there's a man sat up inside there, pulling the levers. Past the train station and the electric. We should be all right now. We've got a golf course. Signal behave. This golf course gets busy on Monday. They hit the clubhouse, but they also hit the town. Monday Club. I used to have to work the bar on Monday Club, and it would often stretch into Tuesday. It wasn't a contract change, it just totally and utterly shut down. And it wouldn't let me back on. And then it let me on, and there was no chat at all. And there you go. We're almost at the quack quacks. Someone had dumped a young female goosander and a Muscovy duck here. And they're lovely little birds. If I had a pond, I would have took them. Bears, how you doing, chick? How's the very handsome Fergus? And puppy Lisbeth and Richard? But little Meg went to mum and dad yesterday. My dad had her outside playing with his other dogs all afternoon. She had a snare kennel. She was out in the field eating sheep muck, following the other dogs. And she did brilliant. How are you doing? Thank you for coming in. So yeah, black cotton socks. I thought my dad would have like L last night. But no. She did really well. They didn't hear a single sound out of that puppy. I had the fear that was a conker tree. I was going to get smacked on the head by conkers. But it's not, it's a sycamore. I wonder if the old fellas are here with their remote control boats. We'll have a look. Raider, how are you doing? We're coming to a town. Been here since the Ice Age. And there's a helicopter in the bottom. Oh, he's having a ball today then. I find that quite satisfying though, that drainage ditch. Nice and neatly done. My dad tried to put a lead on her when picked her up from mine, and she wasn't impressed with the lead at all, so took it straight off her. And he was playing with her with it yesterday. Rats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's lots of rats. Right, if one of these rats runs at me, I'm done. I'm off. Rats, where are you? Sure there were rats. You normally get the birds and the squirrels. Someone feeds them in this corner. Where's the rats gone? I don't like rats. See, there's loads of corn dropped in this corner. There's one down there. Ratty? Rat? There's a rat. Oh, there's a family of rats. Mummy rats in there. Ratty? There. Ratty McRatty. Right, if you chase me, it's their tails. Rats' tails creep me out. Baby rat. Loads of rats. Horrible things. Irish don't. My brother, when we were kids, we'd go on the pheasant pens and lift a corrugated tin up off the ground that if it had fallen off the side, and there'd always be mouse nests in it. We'd collect the mice and go and scare the life out of my mum with it. One day we were doing it and a shrew ran up my brother's trouser leg, so like he hit his leg like that and splattered the shrew all over his leg inside his trousers. I was Googling. It was minging. I'm all right, Mr. J. I'm good. Had a peaceful-ish morning. I don't do rat. Oh, someone's fishing. He's got his waders on with a burn. Family fishing. It's nice to see. They've got the kids out. So yeah, the shrew was going up his leg towards his nuts. So he went to push it down his leg and he ended up squishing it. As you do. He had the fear of it doing a squirrel nutkin. I can see all the swans. Looks like we've got some geese at the back of the island. That's Bird Island. That's where they all nest. So this is the remnants of the Ice Age. That's Croglinfell. And there's the Heartstones. And over that way is Coldfell. I don't want to walk. Can you imagine? I see lots of quacks. And I have a bag of... Do you know what else is good for catching them? I had a staffy and she was like lightning. Because gamekeepers, you've got a lot of pheasant food and the rats and mice go nuts for it. And my dad got a trailer back of a wagon to store all his pheasant pellets in. But the rats had tried to get in. So we had the dogs. I mean, my dad's dogs. He had Yorkshire Terriers. But I used to go and take my staffy and she was like lightning. Still in you. Good to see you. Good live yesterday. Good seeing you live. And one that we caught, I've never seen a rat like it. It had a really short nose and a fat face, like an obese mouse kind of thing. Hello, quacks. I'll give you a little taster so everyone comes up there, look. Got a little moorhen. Moorhens I love. They're really shy birds though. They don't tend to get too close. This one is. Go on, you get some. That moorhen is remarkably tame because normally they won't be anywhere near. Right, quacks, it's your turn. Son, you need one, right, 2 secs. There's a breed of duck here. They're like little submarines. They dive under and they'll swim for ages underwater. Hello, my friend. This is one of my buddies, as are these ones. Hello. Right, I'm going to get swamped and I'm not going to have much food for long. Laurie, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. So these ones, unfortunately, my favourite one, he's gone missing. He's not here. And they have the most beautiful hue sheen to the feathers. They're a cross. Oh, hello, swan. Right, that one just dived under. That is a little submarine duck. I am feeding them my chicken food. My chicken food. So mixed corn. It's got peas in it. It's got sunflower seeds in. Hang on, let me get me handed. I'm surrounded by ducks. Yes, I know. These, they do let me pick them up now and again. These two, the big ones. so pretty. I brought my own food because for all this place sells theirs, get next to nothing. PA, how you doing? You've got the swans. The swans tend to let you feed them. The swans are relatively tame here as well. I don't think they're going to come up there. Ah, we've got quacks flying in. It's gone underwater again. So, are you one? Yes, you are. I don't know what breed they are. See those little black and white tufted ducks? They dive and they swim underwater for ages. There you go, little quacks. Nick, how you doing? You called you Nessie there. Sean, how you doing? Yeah, these big ones are beautiful. I don't know if you can see that green, like a peacock green and purple. They're not so sure of my gimbal. No, they're just used to me holding my phone. But the ducks are all looking great. As are the swans and the coots. The coots don't normally come up, actually. So there's your coot. You see the white shield on its forehead? That's where the old English, well, the old saying is, bald as a coot. I'm going to be brave and I am going to go out the back way. We might have cows, so I might have to leg it. It's bull season. A lot of the farmers have got the bulls in the fields with the cows, but we'll see. Great live chat last night. Sorry, I fell asleep. I'm not a night owl at all. I used to be. But I'm getting old. So a month tomorrow, I'll be 50. And Mick will be 83. Me and Mick and Mucky Mick have got the same birthday. But he's like 3 decades older than me, aren't you, Mick? It's a beautiful lake. Hello, little girl. Little quacks. I tried to get away with 90 the other day, but I thought I was pushing my luck. So I thought I'll say 83. He's not listening. Jobs are good. Happy 83rd birthday. Right, we are going up into squirrel country and potentially getting chased by a cow. I say that, a ram looked like it fancied a chase. So I had to leg it off from that. Not come up on the right path, this way. Show the boots. I got the boots. I got my boots on. All right. He does winter some of the cattle in the field next to this if he has turnips in. But I'm not sure if they're going to be in the field that we have to walk through. I hope not. This place has activity days for kids in the holidays. And they make bug hotels. They make little camps. Really funny. Nick, I'm already on it. Oh. So yeah. But there's me and Mick. It is Sarah and my daughter share a birthday. Jamie and Jamie, 2 Jamies born on the same day. We're making more bug hotels for the kids in here. Oh, that's good, Sarah. That'd actually be really good, Jamie. When she comes back, drop her some hints. Right, what we're going to see when we get to this fence side, I dread to think. What have they had the kids build in there? Please don't be cows. Pretty please, don't be cows. Another one bit of the kid. I hear nuthatches. Right, let's purvey. That used to be a campsite, but the council closed the campsite down. Oh, swipes. I bumped into one of my old school friends that I'd not seen in decades. She was camping there. Is that right? Oh. Anyone zoom in and look over that? See this hill? Can you see cows or is it sheep? I can see heads just, but I can't see what of. It's got to be sheep, hasn't it? Challenging's amazing. Her recipes are like, wow. And Angela. See, if it's a cows, I can't really jump that fence. Like, what am I? With the foothills to the north, so this is like the northern tip of the Pennines. Oh, sheep. Hallelujah. Hopefully that ram isn't in because he looked like he fancied a bit of chase. I did get twitchy. Cows have a thing about chasing me. A lot. On top of the moors where no one can hear me scream. I've walked into cows. Not fun. But yeah, he's got his turnips in there. So he'll winter the cattle in it. Buddy Big's in the house. Must have had some big. Oh no, why has he cut that little bit? What's the point? I don't know really. It's about 25 minutes away, Jamie. All the locals are going mad. The tree surgeon. Let's have a look for frogs. It's going to be an animal trough, but you get the frogs in. Dead mice and all sorts. I suppose it's a bit of protein for the animals. In fact, they've arrested the 60-year-old tree surgeon. He was evicted from his farm. It was a long dispute. And the crack was his son had gone up and done it after they were kicked off the farm. But they went and took a big chainsaw from his and arrested him. So whether the kid's gone with him or what, but he was threatening locally to take the tree down with this dispute over him losing the rental farm that he had. I can't look at it, the pictures. It gives me the rage, but it's about 25 minutes that way. Hadrian Wall that way. I get he's mad, but to do that, but I don't see how much they can charge him with. Criminal damage, maybe. I don't know if it's a protected tree, it's a heritage site, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we've got sheep the last time, but one there was a ram. He's still got these with the lambs. Normally they separate the ewes off from the lambs early summer, but he's kept theirs in. I can't look at the pictures of the tree down on the ground. They had the park rangers going and picking all the branches up and twigs, whatnot. Because people have been going up and take them for mementos, you know what I mean? Yeah. The farm, he had a long dispute over the rent of the farm that he was renting. Because he was a tree surgeon, he knew he would get linked to it. So the crack is, the boy went up. The carrion crows have got something in that field. So there's the very northern tip of the Pennines. Yeti, how are you doing? Yes, it's almost strap-on time. The rams wear a strap-on with a big chalk on the belly, different colours, so they can see if they've been partying with the girls. Yeah, they wear a strap-on. Yeti, how's things? I was looking at your finds on Insta. Some nice roots there. Jess, how you doing, Jess? How's your work? Another brilliant channel. Are you getting all ready for autumn? Along here, we've got rubbed out buildings. We've got them all the way along from the train station opposite. There was a railway ran from those malls, and locally, I thought those crows had something there. Locally, from mines and quarries to the railway. And when they closed that down, they turned it into a passenger train line on the other side of the station. That closed in the early 1970s and all the buildings were moved out. And we're basically walking on the rubble of that. Dave, how you doing? Exactly, Dave. You can't miss the strap-on. Yes, Nick. The sheep wear strap-ons. The rams, it goes around the bellies and it has a big chalk, like an oily chalk, like a pastel, paint in a block on the bellies. So when they've been partying with the ewes, the farmer can see which girls have been partying and which girls haven't. They can also see which rams have serviced those ewes to monitor the lambs that they get out of those ewes from him as well. It's true. I've shown you. I showed another one alive as well. Ram with his strap on. It's purely for the farmer to see which ewes have been done. Is that a balloon? It is a helium balloon on the ground in that field. Which ewes have been covered by the rams, which haven't, and what rate of lambs they get out of the rams. More rubbed out building. Your innocent ears, my arse. Jessie, have you dropped any more hints of where you've been? Because I didn't have a clue at all. Cartman, how you doing? Ready to go pagan. Honest, right? I'll find some pictures of rams with their strap-ons and I'll post them on my community. Oh, I swear, I'm not telling porkies. Hopefully that strange man doesn't follow me back. Hopefully. Cartman. And you've got foxes along this road that we're going to go along. Typical road for around here. A nightmare if you get caught up in front of a milking wagon. And I've just stuck my head in a gauze. Ugh, I hate gauze. Really, really spiny. But your cuts go septic off them. I hate them. It burns. Ryan, how are you doing? Good to see you. So, Yeti, is the ginseng season about up? Cartman is right. Thank you, Trap. Tend to have rabbits along here and it stinks of fox. Oh, talking of rabbits, R.I.P. little bunny was a baby. YouTube's been funny. Wrenches are disappearing. It's odd, Cartman. So yeah, it's a kind of road that you don't want. Another squashed rabbit, R.I.P. rabbit. It's the kind of road you don't want to meet the milk wagons on. Because they take. If signal gets to its line, we're going to go over one of the most stupid bridges on the planet. It's the shape of an S. It's got a 90-degree bend on both sides. So we go through the farm. A local man, don't know what he was thinking, but he drove clean off the side of the bridge. A commotion that caused. He was all right, but it totally shut the train system down. Fire, rescue, everybody was here. But it's a stupid bridge. My chat's frozen. Sorry, chat froze. Yeah, a local lad decided it'd be a good idea not to drive on the road and straight through the fence down on the train line. It's like a 90-degree bend on either side. Paula, how are you doing? Good to see you, Paula. Thank you for coming in. I can see his cattle on that side. We also walk right along that wood edge on there. That's another long one. I'm trying to get my legs back into fighting fit to get you up on the moors. I'm going to take you up the moors. I miss it, but I also need to be careful I don't get shot. It's shooting season up on the moors, although it'll be quietening down now. Pheasant season starting, so they tend to move to the lower ground for shoots. But you never know. Oh, there's a train coming. I can hear the neenah. So yes, the bridge with these stupid crossings. Which way is it going to come from? The local lad ran through that, straight down on the line, Egypt. As you do. That's it, Nick. You get him told. This silo will make a brilliant den for the kids, or stick a couple of beds in it and do it as a little hotel, countrified little Airbnb. Stay in a silo and just smell cow doo-doo. The real farm experience, that would be a good Airbnb. Now this farm, back in its day, was a big farm and it was a wealthy farm. The housing and the buildings are beautiful. You've also got some really fancy gateways. Lovely, yeah. So from the blocks on this side, this looks around about 1930s-ish. It's also got the old iron panelled windows, and it looks like it's still got an asbestos roof. The majority of the farms used asbestos. The house roof looks suspiciously like it as well. But the gateways at the other side of this house, big and fancy. And you don't normally get on the farms. Huge. Shiny never. So big, fancy sandstone house. Now you've got one big, I think there was a second house here. There's two fancy gateways that run into the back of it. And they've got a lot of rubble lying. So you've got this gateway. You've got original gate posts, but these have been remodelled. They've been doing that for a few months yet. Some people just get up one morning, the channel's gone. And you've got another big gateway. And I think we had a second house through there, leading into the back. Oh, Cindy, what kind? Don't tell me it's got pineapple on. Sheeple. And some lambs that haven't had their tails ringed. I wonder why they've not ringed the lamb's tails. Oh, hello. We've got a big Mrs. Moo Moo and a calf. See that lamb there? I'm pointing the right one? Yeah, that one. No, I'm not. That one. It's got its tail. And it looks very odd. It looks a bit like a mullet. You know, the old 80s hair where the lads would have the rat's tail down the neck. A little skinny. It looks like that, but on a Cyndi Lauper scale. It's not fun meeting tractors on these side roads as well, to be honest. I was going to take you up to Sycamore Gap. That's another place that I plan to take you. I might still do it for all the trees not there, because of local vandalising arseholes. It's still a sight to be seen up there. Go and pay respects to the tree. But that is a real hike. That's a 14 mile, I think, round trip. I'm going to take you back to the cows, cow songs. We're going to go back up to the Heartstones. We're going to go along that valley to see if the herd of deer are back up there yet. It's a bit early for them to be back in there. I might risk my ankles when I go over the top of the Heartstones. The Heartstones, it's got cairns that were started to be built by locals and walkers add to them. And the shelter on top of that hill is in the shape of a heart. If you go over the top, down the dip, and back up the other side, the next field, the walker shelter up there, is actually a sofa. They modelled the stones into the shape of a sofa, but it's less visited. And me being a smart ass, I decided to take a shortcut up one side of the hill, and it was the biggest mistake I made in a long time. It was actually a boulder field, and because you're on the moor, you've got the sphagnum moss. You think a lump of moss is a rock, but you've got to stand on it and you drop. You think you're standing on a bit of moss, and it's a rock, and you've got to double your ankles over. Colin, what are you doing? Truce. Yeah, Jamie, it was a really bad mistake. So what did I do? Did I turn around and go back the proper way? No, typical Shazza style. I thought, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's keep going. It took me ages and I just couldn't see where my feet were going. I was panicking about snakes. Me and snakes aren't friends. For some miracle, I've not managed to bump into an adder on alive yet. You know, you would hear screaming and running. Yes, I kept going, Shandy. My tooth, I've got a new mantra. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I keep telling everyone that one. But I've also got in a penny for a pound. DJ Bird Noise, how are you doing? Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry about the wind in the mic and welcome to chat. So yeah, I've got a few plans I want to take, but I need to get my legs back. My mountain goat legs are a little bit not mountain goat at the minute. I need to get that fitness back. I'm old. But yeah, I'll try and take you to the sofa on top of the moors. The stone sofa. It makes you panic about snakes as well. The adders, they're like the stones. It holds the heat of the sun. So yeah, I was going up this boulder field. Didn't know it was a boulder field until I was in it, and I thought, you know what? Let's keep going. And it went on for sweat on. I was having a freak out about snakes because I was just in those big boulders. Couldn't see where my feet were going. I had the odd flock of grouse flying up. I've had quite a few occasions where grouse have made me say bad words on the moors on lives. So next time I'll go the proper way. There's also up there, along if there's no cows and bulls, an abandoned house, and it was a house connected to one of the oldest mines in the UK. The mine was originally Roman, and then over the centuries, it was more modernly mined for coal. Yeah, the adders like the warmth, they're cold-blooded, aren't they? And if you're out on the hilltops or the long grass, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. They'll look for the heat of the rocks, the sun. The warmth from the sun is held in the rocks. And when they go to hibernate, that's where they tend to be. A house of cock and balls. Ted, we are the Sticky Willy crew. I haven't found any Sticky Willy today or sticky balls. Ted, I don't know if you've got it in Florida, but sticky balls are a nightmare to get out of your hair. As for Sticky Willy, wow, I could tell you some stories. We might go through the side to see if the deer are about. One Cindy is enough. Yeah, if you don't know Cindy, click that bell. We'll have a right boogie on. Chat's good crack as well. You've got our Jamie, Blister and Barnacles. One of the most supportive, kindest, sweetest, funniest people on YouTube. You've got Trap does lives too. Nicole does lives. I think I'm the only idiot in chat that goes wandering, gets lost, gets chased by cows. And Jada, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. How's things, chick? Yeah, I'm the only one that gets myself in predicaments. Sarah, I tell you, they're a nightmare if you get them sticky balls in your hair. Nice one, Cindy. Cindy's a legend. The very first walk that I did, I decided to take you down to a river. It's in the valley bottom and it is beautiful. Right on top of the moors, nothing around. Well, that's how it's a couple of houses, but really remote. And the pathway had changed. So instead of going the way right, the way I wanted to go, I thought, well, I'll go left and it'll bring me back onto it. I'll cut back down to it. So I start going uphill and I bump into a local with his dog. And he says, yes, just carry on up this hill, turn right at the gate, and you'll have a right turn. So I was like, oh, brilliant. Get down there. So I was filming it all. I was just about on my hands and knees by the time I got to the first gate because it was a big old incline like that. Jackson, how are you doing? I got to the gate, thought champion won't be long, and it was a stone track, it was a farmer's track. And it was like going up like that for 2 miles. Lulu, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. So I was desperate to see this right turn, desperate to bump into another local, just about ready to flake out on the floor. And I got to a gate, and it was the gate at the back of the Heartstones, and it took me up onto the moors. And that's the point where in for a penny, in for a pound ceased to apply. And I ended up turning around, plotting murder. The local telling me porky pies. And that day, I nearly pinched a horse, to be honest. There was a field of Dartmoor horses halfway down. Had I seen them on the way up, I might have borrowed one. But that was my first adventure up there. It was meant to be down by the river, nice and surreal and quiet. And there's me with my head between my knees pretty much, crawling. It was a beast. Every time I go up there, Cindy, I look for him. I want to say, here, you in your directions. You nearly killed me off. Right. So is that a dead sheep? It's a stone, I think. Let's look for donkeys. Do not feed the donkey signs. Let's have a look. Pet them by all means. Do we have any donkeys around? Where are they? I think they're in the back field. There's none in the stables. They're out the back. Donkeys. What have you been up to, Jana? How is autumn coming where you are? Bantam Ranch. All right, Sparky. Another legend in chat. Chocolate anything. Ooh, chocolate Brazil nuts. So you've got the old farm cobbles. And these are just from the woodland that we're going to come to. The river in there. I think we'll do a right turn. Yes, we're going to do a left turn. We are the foothills to the Pennines. It's a hill range, mountain range, the northern spine of England, and close to Hadrian's Wall. The World Heritage Site's been in the news a lot recently. Some local vandals put down a tree that was famous for being in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and one of the most photographed trees in the world. CFM, how you doing? Good to see you. Silver. Hashtag bushhooker. Yes, I do. bash bushes. I bashed them into submission. It takes some doing, I tell you. I was saying to Mick, I've actually got some more I need to bash. I might film myself trimming some more bush. Yeah, it's Zaxton. It's about 25 minutes away from here. The local crack is a local tree surgeon was evicted from the farm that he was renting. He had said numerous times he'd go and cut the tree down, but because he's a tree surgeon, he didn't do it. But his 16-year-old was arrested and bailed, shall we say. Oh yes, bushes. I'm not sure I could give my bushes a Brazilian, but you never know. I'll try, Jamie. I'll see what time's like, because it's about 12 miles that I have to walk. That one, I think, would be better as pre-recorded. See, he's moved the rams out of there. The rams spent the summer in there, filling their little nut sacks back up. So we might see some rams with the strap-ons. Yeah, that's one of the oldest mines up on the top of the moors. It's actually, I can't zoom in because I'm on StreamYard. That hill mountain range at the back there, just down the back of that one. It was mined by the Romans and then more modern. And those moors are all desolate, they're lined with railway tracks. There's parts of buildings still there, but there's the old home of the manager, we think. Now, all the doors and windows are boarded up but one. So I filmed in there. I might take you back there. It's got the old original fireplaces. They've got the bread ovens. Everything's still in them. And it's just basically had its roof repaired. And that's it. The upstairs floor's not been relaid. It's just been made watertight. Another one at what looks especially like a lime kiln, lime quarry. That's been made into a holiday cottage. Get me bush out again on YouTube. I had to go with that title, Come Watch Me Trim My Bush. It was just such a good opportunity. Daisy, how you doing, chick? The beautiful Daisy. Daisy, we've been having a good boogie on in Cindy's this morning. If you click on Cindy's name, if you haven't already got it, press for notifications and look for premieres. A whole lot of fun. Janet, they've all gone. My mum and dad's puppy, she left yesterday morning. So I'm puppyless. And I am missing them like crazy. Look at the size of them lambs. I don't see a pipe in the middle of the belly, so they're the girls. Hey, girls. You also need to see Cindy's parrot. Dave, I'll tell you what, it was not clickbait. I was trimming my bush, I'll have you know. I did trim my bush on YouTube. I might do the next one live. How do you think about that? Yes, Nicole, the sheep, they are Leicester's, I believe. No, it wasn't clickbait at all. Just me coming up with naughty titles for, oh, that one's got a bit of a sloppy bot. She looks like she's had a case of the bum wee. So the lamb in there, so you won't have any rams with the strap-ons yet. Have we got the ewes the other side? Mick, as if. Got a surprise for you, Mick. It shall be fun. I hope we didn't lose sound. I don't think we did we? Right, that wind's getting a bit icy. Adrian, they're Leicesters, aren't they? I think. They've got the rounded kind. No, they're not Leicesters. What are they? Can you even see? Leicesters have a nose like a English bulldog. You see, she looks like she's got a belly full. I think she's been playing dirty stuff out, maybe. She's a big lass. Sorry, Lulu, it's maybe my signal. I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere-ish. So you've got the coast out that way, you've got Scotland that way. Nice one. Zaxon, what have you been up to this weekend? Is it a kids' sports weekend? I know, did you see the size of the belly on her? Very possibly. Can't see any rams in there. It's a bit early, I suppose. Some breeds that are like bomb-proof, they'll breed early. But others with the more gentle lambs later. No hassle. How you doing, Paul? Thank you for coming in. Talking of strap-ons and me trimming my bush on YouTube. Silver, what are you question marking me for? You've got a bit of a limp on. Oh no, he's got... Oh no, she's just got long wool. Yes, and bush bashing. I had to beat a clump of conifers into submission. I was trimming the bush before that. I got some more bush I need to trim. I might do that on a live, you know. It's a good crack. Oh, my ticket. I don't know why the farmer filled those in. Why put them in if you're going to fill them in? Right, so on the edge. Scott, how you doing? Hope you've had a good weekend. I thought the deer track back. Deer track all the way through. I had a doe right up on this fence there. She came up to me. The hard to say. They're like a smaller version of the American whitetail. Same body shape, same white rump, but just smaller. I had a herd of about 6 in the spring before they split for the does, having the fawns. Yeah, he's filled his in for some reason. I don't know why he's filled them in. Cindy. With a nail gun. That's going to be pleasant. Where's she going to put the nails in? That's the question. Upside down cartwheel would be a good shape to pin him. little house. I presume, I don't know if it's for a farmhand or if it's for his son, possibly, or daughter. We'll be out of this wind in a minute when we get along the fence side. That's Cindy. I'd be dangerous with a nail gun. I'd be walking around with something with a nail. Daughter's boyfriend, he's a chippy, and he put some paneling in her bedroom, and I love it. And I was looking at how he's done it. Surely it can't be that hard. It's just strips of wood made into rectangle shapes, uniform ones all the way around. Can't be that hard. Diana, how are you doing? Long time no see. And you've got the old cobbles. You've also got sheep pattern. There's not much here, really, apart from nature and farms and a lot of history. Just hold you down by the time we get past this shed because the farmer's got his stuff in dosing sheep. Yeah. 2 seconds. There's a robin singing away. Always check the gates are shut behind you. The sheep in here. So the old farm cattle shed and its hatches. Still got the ironwork there. There's had a more modern shed put on top. You can see the hatches all the way along. And it had wooden windows. It's got 2 batters at the top and 1 at the bottom. And they would open it up to let air through, throw hay through. It's dosing sheep, they're coughing. And this is just a huge, it's not huge, it's England, but huge marsh. Or a bog, whichever one you want to call it. Why wouldn't this accident? Would I get told off? See, this is a public footpath and the farmers can't do anything about it. You're allowed access, but only on the specific paths. Like I couldn't go wandering through there looking for the deer. But it's a thing here, footpaths. Up in Scotland, you have right to roam and you can walk anywhere you want. Which would do my head in if I owned some land. Because I'm a grump. Oh, you're flying tonight. Where are you flying? So this bit needs fixed. The sheep on the other side will rub against it. Mites and bugs biting them and it bows it out. You have all the different layers to it. Yeah, no, it's a public footpath, so right above me it makes me really sad. You've got the swallows are all grouping together. There's about 20 there. They form huge groups and they fly back down to Africa for the winter. And they go my long-tailed tits. My favourite birds. Not that you can see them because they're tiny. They come to the UK, they fly from Africa in spring, nest in England, in Scotland, in Ireland and Wales. And then fly south again for the winter. But they'll form groups of hundreds. And then start moving south. I'm good, Diana. I've no puppies left. I'm gutted. Little Meg, she went to mum and dad's yesterday. My dad went to put a slip lead on her when they picked her up. He says, "Oh, have you had her on?" I was like, "No." And she was fine for about 10 seconds, and then she was a spinning dervish, shall we say. She wasn't happy, so took it straight off and took her home. And for all I've had her outside, I was nervous. You've got to be so careful when they're going to be a gun dog, what you're exposing to. And I didn't want Cheap doing his truffle shuffle at her and giving her a fright. So she was kind of limited about the time that I let her outside for a little wander. But she spent most of yesterday afternoon. Oh, we've got shrooms. Oh my God, my legs. We've got little shrooms. I'm not picking it, I was picking up pheasant feathers. No, pheasant, or is that partridge? It's pheasant. It's too big for a partridge. So she was out there playing with the kennel dogs for a few hours. Out in the garden, she had a sniff around the kennels. She went and got in a crate in the kitchen, had a good sleep after playing with my mum. ATL, how you doing? And I kind of worried that she would have them up all night, crying. But no, she slept all night long. And by tea time, my dad got a view. Sorry, I'm watching birds. Loads of swallows. By tea time, he had her kind of used to the lead. She was tolerating the lead on longer and longer. Trap. But yeah, she's been. Aye, Colin, good luck, son. Yeah, she slept all night long. She was brilliant for them. So after my dad had her outside, she come bowling into the kitchen. Like she'd never seen my mum for 100 years. Really, really excited. So ATL, thank you. I love being out in it, the sights, the smells. Me waffling. So she's doing really well. Out of all the pups, she was the one probably best suited to be a working dog. So she's going to do brilliant. Is that little boy girl. I'm not going to go over to my parents to see her for a bit because it'll unsettle her. She needs to know now that I'm not a human. My dad's a human. And it'll confuse her and it'll upset her and knock back a train a lot. So I'm going to keep out the way for a few weeks. I don't know if you can see how bowed out this wall is. It's shaped like a W. Can you even see it? And that's purely from livestock on the other side rubbing against it. Yes, it's all sandstone from the woodland that we're next to. Thank you, Lily. They're built in a specific way. You will have two courses of the stone that are larger, and it's purely to keep the strength of the wall up. There's nothing to hold them together to let the wind blow through them. And then the top's stacked. How's things with you, Diana? I see how these trees are changing. You sure, Colin? Yeah, Scott's a lovely guy. He's got a brilliant channel. An all-round good human being. Watching these roots, I'm going to end up on my face. These trees are changing so quickly now. All these beaches, some beautiful colours. Hello, sheeple. Sheep and a pheasant. There's a shooting estate on the opposite side of the river, and you do get a lot of pheasants migrating. Hence, I had pheasant chicks in my chicken pen. Cindy, thank you so much for being in, chick. If you don't know Cindy, go and click that bell. Come have a boogie. So I'm going to go to the top because I'm not walking through the mud. They changed little ones. Club days, some Mondays. I have a little. Ooh, we have a buzzard feather. Ah, buzzard. Buzzard wing feather. They've got a family of buzzards, and we see them quite often along here. They're like a turkey when they're still on the ground. Locally, they're the largest bird of prey. I found the odd one walking around my chicken pen. It's like, no, leave my chickens alone. No, I'm sorry, Diana. Oh, what a beautiful part of the world that Joanna lives in. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm close to the border with Scotland. You can see Scotland on the horizon. For all officially living in a town, I'm right on the edge of it. So all this is kind of on the doorstep. I do go further afield. I'm just waking my legs up. I've got a little disabled girl who would hate me forever. And it wouldn't be fair on her to take her on such long walks to do life. So when the school holidays are on this summer, that's my wings clipped. And it just takes a little bit of time. I've got nerve damage in my spine to get my legs going again and ready for hills. It's absolutely beautiful. Rip it! How you doing, Rip it? How's things? Rip it, an absolute gem. Good to see you, Rip it. How have you been up to? A mucky Mick. Mucky Mick and a right touch of fishing. His other half, Nick, live fishing every weekend. A lot of fun too. Look at all the leaves. I had a storm blow through and it's kicked a lot of leaves off already. We've got Badger's Log here too. We're not far from a badger set. And every night they will walk a few miles. We've got a track that goes down into there. Yeah, I've missed you too, Rip it. I was asking about you the other day. Good to see you. The nearest badger set has exploded. It was left abandoned for a few years. But all of a sudden they moved back in about 15 years ago. And it's easily quadrupled in size. They've totally remodelled it. They're always remodelling. But the set's now huge. Pizza, I hope you had a good birthday. After having to have the summer off, I am loving being back out. Absolutely loving it. Pizza, you had the same birthday as somebody else, and I can't think who. Someone else's birthday. Everyone seems to walk this animal track rather than the track down below. So you've got another badger track, runs through into that field. A little two-seater plane. And it's still used. We've got found hair on that one before. Being nosy. Now I've not got the puppies to look after 24/7. I think I'm going to start drawing. I think the time is right. Pick some more paper up, a new pad of paper. And I checked my pencil stock. Yes, Rip it, cows. And potentially a ram. He looked like he was ready for a chase. I was on the top of the moors. And the farmer up there, for all his fields, is walled off areas. There's another hatch just flown up there. It's just gone up there like a tree creeper. Turned a corner, so all the gateways are open, so the cows can go wherever they want. Right on top of the hill, walk around the corner, and there were cows to my right inside a field with an open gate. I look left, and my heart nearly fell out of my backside. There were calves. And cows tend to cause the most deaths in the UK from animal attacks. Cows with calves you stay well clear of. And mummy cow started coming. The head went up, the ears went up when she started. So that was me running downhill. I had another cow, maybe an idiot, a field of dairy cows, 2 weeks ago. Rip it. Luckily, there's a gate and a fence that takes you downhill around the corner. And even more lucky, the bull wasn't in there. Time before that, the bull had been there. But I decided, because they were all sat down, I could get past them and walk the fence line of the footpath and get through the gate without much trouble, until I had a cow playing Grandma's Footsteps, and she was like a foot off me. And I lost my bottle. And I did a quick march back to the gateway and went the other way. I'm fine with cows if there's a gate and a fence between us. But when you're toe to toe with them, they can run 30 miles an hour. They've got hard head and hooves. I don't particularly want to get done by a cow. But yeah, I had a ram look like he was ready for a little bit of a chase. Jays. I don't know if you can hear those birds that sound like wounded vultures. They're actually hunting crows, jackdaws. So we've got jays here, and we've got jays this way. And we've seen them take on a murder of crows and take out one of the old ones and butcher it. Never seen it like it. Jays, beautiful birds, but they sound awful. And they're rather mean. I know they've got to eat, but they're vicious. I think I'll put them off, but they're in here. bright blues and browns and whites and blacks. Really pretty. Ooh, you got who's nude? Who's the nude that you're doing? Do we know them? Do you have a muse? Checking on this side for the deer, because you never know. Oh, and I was bitten by someone's dog live. That was July time, I think. Oh, nice one, trap. Click the bell on trap. The lad does live. It is a good one. It's got to be out of a chick. It's not very big. And one of the front feathers. Oh, permission. Sorry, ATL, if you asked a question, I didn't see it. Sorry. Oh, the crab apples are falling. There's some apple trees down here, and last year they were loaded. Storm finally got this tree. So, what kind of shrooms are these? It's on silver birch. And they're upside down because the tree... Oh, maybe not. Anyone know what kind of shroom that is? Fungi. I really need to read up on the mushrooms. Anyone got an idea what they are? Let me know. I'm not eating them, just saying. E-Rep, how you doing? Good to see you. Daisy. When have you known pizza to behave? Lots of rose hips as well. It can be, yes, ATL. So, little crabapple trees. You could drink a glass of water. Drink a glass of water. Bite into one of these little apples and dries your mouth up and curls your lips up. And have a horrible effect. They make your mouth like the Sahara. But the wildlife loves them. Jamie, if you're in, do you want to eat some crab apples for the crack? It'd be funny. Make pies with them. Ooh. There's something that I've never really had a go with ATL. But this track is lined with them, especially down the other end. I should be going to check the horse chestnut trees, the sweet chestnuts. There's some really big old trees. Pheasant, absolutely enormous, close by. I'll have to go and have a look at them. All right. Aye. And we've got pheasants. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pheasants down the bottom of there. I'll read up on that ATL. I'll make one. There's absolutely loads. So we've got pheasants. We've got cock pheasants. We've got a head there. They're all the way along that bottom. There's some just there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's a hen. 6, 7, 8. They're all wandering. They'll be in my garden shortly. Apple pie. I've got apple trees in the garden. I was picking off some of the bigger ones from Mum yesterday. I need to, because I do like bigger produce, like apples and potatoes, because I'm not a fan of peeling. Get the big ones. Jobs are good. It's less work. It's less work. It's quicker work. Apples in cider. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 apple trees. One is It was meant to be a Cox, but the apple's bright red. They're lovely and firm and juicy and sweet. A young apple tree, and for all it's about 6.5 foot tall, it'll have 20 apples on. My cooking apple trees, there's 2 classic cooking apple trees, and there's another one. Now, my mum says it's a cooker, but it's not. If you leave the apples on long enough, they're eaters, and they're lovely and sweet. Do you know what, ATL? My granddad used to make parsnip champagne, and my dad would tap the sap out of silver birch and make silver birch wine, and that is amazing. It's also lethal. But yeah, parsnip champagne my granddad would make. Rhubarb, love rhubarb crumble. I used to make rhubarb drink. Spooky, how you doing? But yeah, parsnip champagne. My dad went through a winemaking stage, and the one I remember most is the silver birch. And I used to go out with him tapping the sap in spring. It was lovely. Got a really sweet wine. Way too easy to drink. Oh, nice one, Spooky. An old neighbour, however, he did like copious amounts of home brew wine. And he would go to the local shop and he would buy fresh orange, a few bags of sugar, and he would make an incredibly potent wine with it. Ooh, rhubarb wine, I bet that's good. The neighbour, he lived in a 3-bed house on his own after his parents died. And the front bedroom, the biggest bedroom, he made into a brewery. He had all these demijohns, and it was summer, and like the street kind of had a barbecue, and he offered me and everyone else some of his wine, and it felt like a good idea at the time. Oh my God, it was lethal. It was fall on your back lethal. Absolutely unreal. Just fresh orange. Rocket fuel, more like. So his house had air duct heating, it was condemned. And the council were going to fit radiators throughout the house. And he fought them for a year, banned them from coming in. Finally, he let them. Well, they were taking a little bit longer the first day than he expected. So he went to chase them. They were in his brewery room with all the floor up, and he fell through his own ceiling. He didn't like them in his brewery room. Mostly anything. Oh, do you know what, Rickett? This stuff was lethal. Pinot Grigio, yes. Do like a bit of Pinot. Or Prosecco. I do like fizzy. But I also like sweet. A nice bit of sweet fizz. Jobs are good. Potato wine, that's poutine. Do you know what? I've always been fascinated with poutine. Ooh, we've got some elderberries with my name on it. Poutine. And a local guy is Irish, and he would go back to Dublin to visit family every few months. Let me get some juicy ones. I do like elderberries. I make elderberry syrupy stuff. Cordial, elderflower cordial. Lush. Don't take them too low that a dog could cock its leg to. is a general rule of thumb. Unless that dog was like the size of a donkey, it wouldn't reach those. So when he will go back to Dublin to visit family, I'll try and catch him and mind him on to bring me some poutine back. Because his local, they did like a Monday club, and they would leave a bottle of poutine on every table. He bought a bottle back once and I missed it. The bar that I worked in, they'd had a lock in and they had got the poutine out and they had like half a shot, not much more than a thimbleful, and they were all on the floor. So I took a huff because they didn't wait for me to be at work. Yeah, it is, Lulu. I love elderberries. Oh, I've never had poutine. I would love poutine. Just to say I've tried it. I want to know if it's as lethal as it sounds. Yeah, that's on my I don't drink, but I want to drink. It's been on my list for years. Oh my God, yes. I haven't made it for a while, but I used to make Damson vodka or slow vodka. I'm not really a gin fan, so I'd make it with vodka.
Hi.
Hi, are you okay?
Yeah, okay, thank you. So are you going through?
Oh. Yeah. No deer today.
No, dear, I haven't seen deer for ages.
No, I'm hoping to come back down.
September, it might be back. Well, no, of course it's October.
Yeah, it's October now, so they should be back soon. I hope.
Dear. I know, so do I.
I know, I love seeing them. It is. Is it that bad? Because, honest, the locals were on the back and it was like half a shot worth each. And it's like, oh, I want to try it. Just to try it. And someone's been at my hazelnuts. Damn it. They look remarkably like red currants. But they're not. I don't think they are. The bunches aren't big enough. The leaves are like a currant leaf. Yeah. Yeah, Damson vodka. Lovely. What was that? There's something up there tapping nuts. I don't know if you can hear that tapping. It's away, whatever it was. Shrooms. Are they ink caps? I think they're ink caps. I think. Never pick a shroom unless you're 100%. She rocks trap. She's my sister from another mister. Who's been hiding police copper cones in here? So you've got a police cone there and you've got a dinky cone back there. What's been occurring up here? Do you know what, Pizza? The last hangover I had was after a funeral and I could barely take a step without wanting to throw up for 3 days. I've never been so ill in my life. I blame it on gin. You know, when you get to a certain point in the night where you've kind of had your fill and it goes one of two ways. You either go for it, start on the shorts. 12 Stones, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. AAP, how you doing? It looks amazing where you're at, your new place. Well jealous. Watching you and the boys go down the river. Good to see you. So yeah, there's a time of night that it's kind of the point of no return. You either realise it's silly, stop drinking and go home, or you think in for a penny, in for a pound, and you hit the shorts and the shooters, the shots. Oh, And that night was one of those. Went to the shop and bought a bottle of, it was meant to be rhubarb and ginger gin. It's a Whitley and Neal, a purple bottle, and it just tasted like a chemical dump. There was no rhubarb, there was no ginger to it. I was that ill. Gareth, how you doing? I was that ill, I couldn't even touch the bottle. I couldn't look at the bottle or touch it to bin it. I've not been that ill for a very long time. Jamie, we're heading towards sticky ball territory. Do I see sticky balls yet? No. Drank myself sick 3 days I was ill for. And this is her that used to work in a bar and was immune to vodka. Never again. I've never really touched gin since, not that I drink. How you doing, Gareth? That nut house is a good place. Looking forward to part 2. Abandoned and Forgotten Wales was in an asylum on his last premiere. Wow. What a place. And click the bell and watch for part 2. Yes, the sticky balls. Can't drink cider, no. I made myself ill on cider when I was like 17. Never touched it since. Totally sick of myself to it. Oh, we've got one horse. I don't know where the other one's at. So are you all settled in, AAP? I know you have a lot of work to do. And it's just so good for the kids. Just so free and just heaven. DJB. DJB, how are you? DJB. Oh, friends of mine, amazing lady. One of the kindest, loveliest hearts on YouTube. How's things? Yeah, how's it going with your new boss? Is it okay? I don't know where the goats are. I can't see them. I've got some with a dog coming. I'll speak down when we get past. Hiya. There you go. Yeah, all the goats are at the top there in that corner. You never really see them up there. Tudor noodles. 2 months. Wow. These months are flying by. Shift Kicker, how you doing, chick? How's things? Look at those trees starting to change. Tudor noodles in the house. When Tudor's grinning, you know she's up to mischief. Kay, good to see you, Kay. How's things? It was nice catching you live. All these old rose hips, wild roses, rock roses. The amount of butterflies we had just suddenly hatched last week. Unbelievable. Love you too, DJV. Hopefully things have settled down and the new is getting to be normal. I need to drink. So if you haven't got DJB, you're missing out. An amazing, amazing lady. And now this gives me the collie wobbles when people walk the dogs on here off the lead. because it's just a hop and a skip underneath the car. Gareth's got his balls out. As long as you've not got Sticky Willie, you'll be grand. They are teeny tiny brambles, and they're cock-leg and high. I've just got a phobia about blackberries. I can't reach to pick them. This is really pretty actually in winter when all the leaves are off. And a little bit iffy when it's windy because some of these branches are the size of a tree. And the trees just look so out of shape with such fat, heavy branches coming out. I know, pizza. I'm trying to ignore it. I've not got over last Christmas yet. Never mind this one. These big old beech trees. Old beech. You see, Nessie's got her balls out. How's Becca? What's she doing, Luke? I've not had these boots on for a bit. They're starting to rub a little bit. I got some bamboo. Somebody escaped someone's garden, so I kind of dug it up off the path. And I had it sat in some water, getting it to root. And Willow pinched it. And that was bamboo gone. See you later, Colin. Thank you for being in. We've got Sticky Willie at the top, is where it is. Nicole, what are you on? Nicole. Yeah, Nessie's second channel. We've got a horse dollop. So the size of these branches are as thick, near enough as the tree itself. And they're big. It's amazing that tree's still standing, to be honest. Gareth, where are you off this week? I'm looking forward to your Halloween. It's going to be interesting. Daisy, mine's not far behind you, and we'll be finishing soon. We're just going up to Stickiest Willius. That sign's sunk an awful lot. That should be about 7 foot tall. And it's less than 6 foot. I'm taller than it. Yeah, big old hugs for Becca. This is just leaves for a few months. And then hopefully lots of snow. The jet stream hopefully is going to be shifting. Although it means a lot of snow further south in the US. It means loads of snow for us. And it's caused, the shift in it has already caused the storms that it is. But it's set to have a big impact on winter. So we shall see. Ooh, that sounds interesting. How crazy is it? On your crazy scale, how crazy is it? The neighbours down here are quick getting their bins in. Sadly, we had a fatal traffic accident, just a single car just around that corner. Don't know if it's hit water And aquaplane, I've got a young man ploughed just into these skinny trees, and just a freak branch was all it took. Poor lad. Poor family as well. Pizza. Nick had her hands on the road on Saturday. So you've got Scotland on the horizon that way. And if you squint your eyes and she jumps up and down with a mirror, Nessie's kind of over there. A big old hop, skip and a jump. And there you have your Sticky Willy and Sticky Balls. And these old man Sticky Willy, sorry, old man Sticky Balls, they get in your hair, it's a nightmare. They're not for coming out. So old man Sticky Balls and Sticky Willy. It's all stuck to itself. Come on. It kind of velcros onto your finger. It's covered in tiny little hooks. You can see them. Right. Be good, Sticky Willy. I'll take my word for it. It's covered in hooks. Sticky noodles. Less of the old. Well, they're kind of shriveled. And they're a little bit gnarly. And those hairy balls. Oh, how am I on camera? Those hairy balls are kind of set now. The hair's not soft anymore. It's all wily. Velcro. And they get in your hair. You're in a whole world of trouble. Makes me giggle the way they've grown a pair. Camera. Behave. There you go. Sticky balls. Pairs of sticky old balls. Yeah, I love that walk you did down the river with the kids. It looks amazing. Perfect, idyllic childhood. And then you've got the young guns. Not so gnarly. Yes, there is, Daisy. There is lots of it in chat. Nettles. No, we shan't have any of those. I meant to get some seeds off the plant on here because I don't know what it is, but it's pretty. Where are you? Have you got any seed pods yet? Oh, you see bending down. I don't know what this is. It's very hairy. But it gets pretty blue, like forget-me-not flowers. But bigger. Sounds like there's something big on the ground at the airport. Yes, the young ones are green. And they stick like... Sticky Willy is genuinely a name for them. I'm not lying. If you Google Sticky Willy, people also call it cleavers. I suppose it's officially cleavers, but it's also... The flowers are tiny on them. But the tiny little flowers make these big sticky balls. Chief Kicker, lovely to see you, chick. Thank you so much for coming in. There's something big on the ground at the airport. There's a little airport just there. You get a lot of military at the moment. Manoeuvres. A lot of Apaches and Chinooks. A lot of private planes as well. You would not have someone waffling in your lugs. Yes, don't get dry, old, gnarly balls in your hair. Oh, that one's got flower on. I've got no idea what they are. They're very pretty. Very, ooh, heck, me back. Ooh, heck. How she gently does it. Like a forget-me-not, but bigger. Bouncy meatballs. Now. Oh, do you know what? I laugh at myself more than people could possibly laugh at me. Laughter is indeed the best medicine. That's a little prick. And you're not talking of little pricks. Ooh, what's that? Oh, we've got baby snails. And you can stay away from my garden. Young nettles hurt like a biatch, but old gnarly nettles that are going brown. Right, there was one I could have showed you. The stingers. Oh, how wet, man. Take it my word for it. Oh, I don't want to get my hand too close. I don't want to stung. Oh, close. All the nettles, their stings, those little spikes that hold the poison are like splinters. They hurt. All brown nettles are worse than green. Peter, what are you rolling your eyes at for, mister? Jackson. Daisy. 10. You're 10, Peter. Looking for dockleys. I've got dockleys. Wherever you get nettles, you get a grub that digs and lives below docks. And the trout go mental for them. They're like a smaller version of a witchetty grub, about the width of your finger, little finger, about that long. And the trout go mental for them. Lulu. Yeah, you think the old died off nettles aren't going to hurt, but they sting worse. Those spines are really set, like splinters. They're not soft anymore. Not that you can see them because my camera's crap. Yes. One of my memories from being a kid, we were around my dad's chicken pen. Like, I'm a year and a half older than my brother, and we're like, must have been 6 and 7, maybe that. It was summer, we had shorts on, and there was a big nettle patch, and it was taller than us. And my brother went and pushed us in it. Oh, he didn't have to get told off for that. I was covered, absolutely covered in nettle stings. But me and my brother, we used to fight like cat and dog. We used to literally try and ruin each other's lives and cause immense amounts of pain. To the point we were that bad, my mum had to pile up pillows between us in the car on the back seat to keep us away from each other. Coffee walks and whatever, how you doing? Good morning. I'm just picking up old wily sticky balls. Sticky Willy time. Ooh, that's a good pair. Oh, it's become a unit, only one there. Fell off in my hand. It's not good when your little sticky balls fall off in your hand, is it? Also, not often you have 4 sets of sticky balls in your hand. Oh, one fell off. It was right cold here this morning. It wasn't that too far for frost. I think it was about 6 degrees. Bouncy, bouncy. As you do. Right, you lovely lot. I'm going to have to do a scoot. I need to go and get a coffee, charge this phone, get some jobs done, and try not to think I've got no little puppies around my feet. Although Sam this morning, he's in a whole world of trouble. It's on a short, an old welly that Willow decided to have a chew toy. She buried it. Sam ran in the house, shaking it, full of soil all the way up my hallway and the bottom of my stairs. I could have cried. I took the gamble. I didn't want to leave it to dry out. Luckily, it wasn't wet enough that it caused stains, thankfully. Trav, lovely having you in. Thank you for being here. I'll try to catch you later. Yeah, coffee, lots of. Not had enough coffee today. Lulu, thank you for being in, chick, as well. It's been lovely having you. It's raining over the borders. Tudor, oh, lovely Nessie. Queen of the live chats. Right, so thank you very much. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. I bet they are, Daisy. I know it's going to be late for you and Scott. But I love you. Thank you. Love the lot of you. Even when you're being naughty. But you can't be as naughty as me, can you? I do my best. So thank you all for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.